Transcultural Studies started from the critique of the classic concept of culture as a closed sphere, the so-called cultures as islands approach, in which often foreign groups or societies were represented as overly coherent and static. Current research in cultural anthropology and many other disciplines has shown how cultural practices and ideas result from the contact and exchanges between people, ideas and institutions, today and in the ancient past. The trans in transcultural studies expresses the discontent with the classical culture concept and enables emancipation from it. It is less about defining what culture is than about focusing on mobility, interaction, processes, and negotiations between actors. Culture here may be understood as the space where differentiation happens. To understand the particularities of exchanges makes knowledge about the local circumstances and practices necessary. Thus, we want you to build on your expertise you gained in your bachelor studies, be it methods or languages. Transcultural Studies seeks to add a new perspective to your existing skills, one that tries to go beyond established borders and knowledge containers.
In the Transcultural Studies program, we offer you 3 interdisciplinary study foci to broaden your expertise. At the beginning of your studies, you are asked to pick one study focus closest to your research interests. If your background is in philosophy, aesthetics or religious studies, for example, then the focus Knowledge, Belief and Religion, or KBR, will most likely offer you a fruitful space to learn with and from your peers and professors. Coming from sociology, political science or economic history, you will be right at home in the focus Society, Economy and Governance, SEG. As its name suggests, visual, media and material culture, VMC welcomes students who come from archaeology, museology, media anthropology or film studies. Still, each focus is interdisciplinary and you should pick one closest to your research interests. You can approach media interactions, for example, with a sociologist toolset or discourse analytically. Our professors each belong to one of these study foci and conduct their research in these fields. Transcultural Studies scholars working in KBR, for example, have studied the circular history of yoga, how what is called yoga today has connections to Indian philosophy, but more so emerged out of the contact with Europeans. SEG deals with deep and complex histories of globalization and transregional connectivities. Scholars associated with this study focus explore migration and contact zones or questions of demographic change and citizenship. VMC investigates the production and reception of images and objects, as well as their collection, display and reconfiguration with a view to the human agency involved. VMC scholars have looked into diasporic cinema, the film and meaning making of any community of migrants who do not live in their homeland, and also studied media appropriations such as Europeans cosplaying as anime characters. Transcultural studies necessitates the collaboration between people from various disciplines, and thus it does not take wonder that 2 international leading research institutions collaborate in the education of this field. Studying transcultural studies will mean for you to spend an equal amount of time at Kyoto University and at our partner Heidelberg University in Germany.
Thank you for your interest in our program. If you want to learn more about Kyoto and Heidelberg University and the structure of the 2-year program, or about the experiences of current and former students, please click the respective other videos or find their links in the description below. If you have questions about the application process, please consult our frequently asked questions and feel free to contact us if your questions are not answered there. We look forward to your application and welcoming you here in our program.